Welcome to Let the Quran Speak. Now we answer questions we receive from our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. Dr. Shabir, the question is from Singapore. The questioner wants to know about everyday things we use, such as skincare, cosmetics, drugs, and shoes. Do they have to be halal certified? The person says, my question is based on the explosion of the halal economy in Indonesia, where it seems that shariah compliant minimarts, hotels are the rage there. There are even halal fridges being manufactured. I'm wondering what will be next, and are we bringing a shallow concept of halal here? Or are we joining the halal bandwagon, all in the name of being religious? Or worse, are we using Islam solely for economic purposes? The person is asking you to comment, Dr. Shabir.
Yeah, Sophia, there's a certain danger in trying to speak about situations halfway across the world, and we can only speak in general terms here and leave it for the local scholars there to give more specific guidance to Muslims and others on how to proceed within the laws and social mores and customs of their countries. But speaking generally, we know that things are generally permissible in the religion of Islam unless there is a clear evidence that they're not permissible. So a clear evidence may be something that is clearly said in the Quran, something that is clearly attributed and authentically reported from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or something that comes from reason that is so clear that, from this we know that this thing is impermissible. Muslims cannot do it. It's wrong. It's haram, as we would say. When it comes to food ingredients, these are said in the Quran to be generally permissible, except for four things. So the meat that is slaughtered to dedicated to other than God, the meat of strangled animals, blood itself, and the meat of swine. Other things are permissible. Now, what about the finer ingredients that are put in foods? These are so negligible that Muslim scholars say if you cannot find it to take it out yourself, then you consider the whole thing permissible because this is not something that you could avoid, and it is negligible within the entire mixture. Secondly, these things have gone through chemical processes, so the end product is not what it was initially. So even if you started out with a piece of impermissible meat for Muslims to eat, nonetheless, it's gone through this whole process. The end result is no longer the impermissible meat. So we don't have to be so nitty-gritty about stuff. That's about edibles. Now, when it comes to things like cosmetics and wearing shoes and fridges, this seems ridiculous that one would have to certify the fridges. People can move aboard with things like this, and the fear of the average Muslim that I don't want to do anything haram or impermissible, that could actually feed itself into what now the questioner is asking about as a halal industry. People playing upon that fear and producing things and giving them a stamp of approval and saying this is permissible for you, and that becomes a selling point for their product, which could have been just like an ordinary product that should compete with others in an open market.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Dr. Shabir.
You're quite welcome.